I'm in the Shropshire town of Gobowen, just a little north of Shrewsbury. And this railway bridge, beneath this railway bridge, just down there, reveals something interesting. Now that is the remains of Park Hall Halt railway station. The station at Gobowen was opened as an intermediate stop on the line from Shrewsbury to Chester in October 1848 by the Shrewsbury and Chester Railway Company. Just 2 months later, Gobowen was linked to the town of Oswestry just to the south by a short 2.5 mile branch line. Subsequently, Oswestry became a through station when the Welsh Pool to Whitchurch line opened in 1860. In 1921, the Shropshire Orthopaedic Hospital set up home slightly south of Gobowen, and in 1926 the Great Western Railway, who had taken over the line in 1854, opened a station, Park Hall Halt, on the site to serve that hospital, which still exists today as the Robert Jones and Agnes Hunt Orthopaedic Hospital. So, a little bit more trackside, let's try and access the station itself. And luckily, there's a convenient footpath right here that takes me down onto the platform. So we'll start at the Gobowen end of the station. Trains would have departed that way to Gobowen. So the platform still very much intact. We've even got tarmac on here, although the edges have degraded slightly. But the first thing we come to are the station signposts made out of old pieces of track, still very much in evidence. Now this, I am not sure what that is. Clearly something, if anyone can tell me, or we can look at old pictures, maybe that would give us a clue. Now the road bridge still very much in use and in very good condition. So crossing under the road, and if I look to my left, you can see the original entrance to the station. The gate paint, the white paint on the gates here is still evident. So passengers would have come from the road up there down a now impenetrable slope, too much vegetation, so they would come down the slope and onto the platform here. Walking up to the bridge which goes over the line here, this gap in the trees is the original station entrance where passengers would have gone down that slope, remember, that we saw on the platform. And now here, moving towards the Oswestry end of the platform, we have the foundations, or the base of what used to be very sparse accommodation, waiting areas and a shelter. You can see the concrete base is still in existence. In fact, this one, still got the doorway, we can walk in. Some more white fence there that seems to have fallen down. And then coming to the end of the platform, we've got what would have probably been a signpost on another piece of rail, and then another 2 pieces of rail sticking up which would have shown the station name sign. Take a look at this photo of the station dated sometime prior to the Second World War. Notice that the Gobowen end of the platform only runs as far as the footbridge. Now let's jump forward to the mid-1950s, and our platform appears to have shifted its position somewhat. The waiting room shelter is no longer actually on the platform, the front of it having been removed, while the platform itself now stretches beneath the bridge and beyond in the direction of Gobowen. What was that all about? World War II, as one can imagine, brought about an intensely busy time for the nearby hospital. In response to this, the station, to enable it to respond adequately to the increased demand, was improved, with a new bridge being built in the same place as the old one, and the platform lengthened in the direction of Gobowen. Incidentally, the small corrugated iron hut closest to the station sign displays what appears to be a gentleman's sign, indicating it to be a toilet, something that for such a small station is a facility lacking from many modest sized stations today. Now, the platform edge here at Park Hall Halt was strangely enough made up by planks of wood bolted to the side to keep everything in place, and as you can see, a lot of it, although fragile, still exists. Here, however, it's given way and the platform edge has cascaded down towards the track. I think they're probably old sleepers, aren't they? That one certainly is. With the introduction of British Railways in 1948, the line became the property of the Western region. With over 20 trains in each direction on a Monday to Saturday, the line was well served. But in 1963, the Whitchurch to Welshpool line was recommended for closure in the Beeching report, and at the beginning of 1965, the only trains serving Oswestry was the shuttle service from Gobowen. Now under the ownership of the London Midland region, this line was also recommended for closure, with the last regular passenger service departing Park Hall Halt on November the 5th, 1966, whereby the station closed. In May 1976, this rail tour called at Park Hall Halt, the last time passengers alighted from a train onto the platform. Here it is seen heading north towards Gobowen. Freight services, however, continued to work regularly through here to Blodwell Quarry, a few miles south of Oswestry. These ran until 1988 and were the last trains to pass through this station. Hello. Oh, you don't want to play, do you? From the station site here at Park Hall Halt, let's travel south along the track for approximately 450 yards, where we'll encounter the main A5 London to Holyhead Road. Well, this is a first, an abandoned in situ level crossing. Once again, the last time this was used was when the line was used many years ago. Let's have a quick look here. So the station down there through those trees, and then onto Oswestry across the A5. Unlike other railway explores I've undertaken, this one shows quite a considerable amount of infrastructure still in existence. But with the last train traversing these tracks some 35 years ago, a certain amount of decay has surely occurred. So what is its future? In Oswestry and Llynllys, you will find the Cambrian Heritage Railways. Already restored is the station and yards in Oswestry, where services run to and from Western Wharf Station. Also restored is a stretch encompassing Llynllys South and Penigallog Lane Halt stations. Their ultimate aim is to rejoin the Llynllys stretch with Oswestry, while running services across the former Llynllys junction to Blodwell Quarry once more. They also hope to restore to working order the line into Gobowen. Now, the track here at Park Hall Halt has been cleared on a number of occasions over the last few years to allow assessments to take place, with the results being largely optimistic. A sticking point is likely to be the level crossing over the A5, but this obstacle is by no means insurmountable. Last year, the Cambrian Heritage Railways took delivery of two Class 144 Pacer diesel multiple units with the intention of using them to operate a service to Gobowen once more. And with their ambition to reopen Park Hall Halt as well, it may not be too long before passenger trains are stopping at this station once more.